So what are we going to talk about today, Chris?
Change, My attitude's not been all that great, It's getting hotter. I got a job coming up, so a lot of stuff that I do, like drugs, I can't do no more, So yeah, like I've been sober for like 2 days now. It's hard. I was doing it in prison. I paroled, addicted to heroin and crystal, and now I've been sober, and my attitude's not all that great, and I'm learning how to deal with it, to be productive. So just to let people know that anybody can get a job just because you got a record on. They want parolees and probation. It don't matter what race you are, Don't be scared to get a job, and I try to talk to the youngsters. They don't even want to listen, Everybody's on that fentanyl shit.
You're trying to change.
I'm trying to turn my life around because I don't want to do life, because I got a bad temper, and I like to pick up weapons. I threw all my weapons away. I sold my gun I had, all that shit. I told all the connections, don't sell me nothing. And my uncle threatened him. You sell him something, he's gonna kill him,
Who do you get your temper from?
I don't know, my mom, from my mom's side. I got real quick, real fast. I flash. She used to call me that. And when I get mad, I go extremely overboard and I get really violent. And I'm unpredictable anyway, I never set a path, Now I have to be.
You must have been a scary dude.
Now I have to, yeah.
Swastika tattoos on your face?
Yeah, I'm very ruthless, very relentless with it too. I'm very vengeful too, And a lot of stuff I have to overlook, like, oh, he's a snitch, he's that, man. Fuck all that shit, man. My attitude I have to change. It's not easy, I got over the institutionalized thing. Now the attitude, I heard you're always going to have. There's not. I just have to find other avenues. I'm having a hard time, but I ain't been in the county jail in 2 years. In 2 more months I'll be off probation. So 2 more months. I finally got off of validation like 2 months ago, so I'm not gang validated anymore. That was so hard. And the police they just drive right past me. I had a big old knife last night that I was giving away, and the police just, man, you really are crazy, ain't you? Like this big, a big old machete. I used to carry it in a sheath. I used to carry guns in my waistband. I had 2 automatic on Hollywood Boulevard, 2 SKSs, fully automatic. I sold all that shit.
Give me an example of how your temper would flare.
My temper has got me the second strike. I damn near beat a cop to death. I just jumped through his window. If he was at a red light, I just jumped through. That's how I got caught for everything else.
For what reason?
Because he was a cop. And he messed with me for years and used to stop me. He beat one of my homeboys till he was epileptic. He likes taking us to areas, to like the black area, the projects in East LA. Hey, this white boy's a rat, and just drop us off at 3 a.m. And you got to figure out how you gonna get out of it. Or he'll plant drugs on you. When you get in the station, you'll end up with an in-house possession, which is a 3.5 year term in prison. That's the kind of cop he is. I damn near killed him. He's in a wheelchair now. He can't even walk. I beat him almost to death.
You did that?
Yeah.
How much?
I regret it.
How much time you get for that?
I ended up doing 20 years. I had 2 lawyers. The feds wanted to pick up my case, I was facing like 75 years to life. I ended up with 20 years. I took 20 years with 85%. It took me 2 lawyers. I spent like over $2 million on these lawyers. Just to retain them was like $250,000, just to retain them. Because you have to have capital punishment, like, and then I was fighting a hate crime at first too. So I had to have capital punishment lawyers, a lot of money, I'm trying to tell the viewers and the public, these youngsters, man, don't try to be like me, especially in the Valley. Don't try to be like me, earn no tattoos and be no gangster. Get a job, man, Raise your kids. I'm trying to be a father, It's just my attitude, bro. Stuff this dumb shit just pisses me off. Like walking here. Hey, Wood, you gonna sell me that phone right down the street out of the tent? What you looking in my tent? Ain't nobody looking in your, you're one of them skinheads, huh? I seen you on YouTube, black down here. Yeah, they mention you. Hey, yeah, you want to get your money took too? Like, old boy? I said, man, fuck. I just said, whatever, dude, God bless you, and I walked over here, bro, because I needed this money that bad, you know? Because I'm broke now. All my money, I paid all my bills, my credit card off. And I had to give my mom I owed her like $2,000. And I sent my daughter some money, so, you know, I'm gonna buy food with this money.
Tell me about your tattoos.
My tattoos are like,
Your remaining tattoos. You had a bunch removed, right?
you know, I had to earn stab people. I got a spider web which represents each riot you've been in, a Viking, started the wars in prison. You know, there's a lot of political shit. You know, a teardrop, that's a verified kill. Two people have to see you do it. You know, and I have nightmares, and I regret every one of these tattoos. I earned every tattoo on me. And the other ones I had to keep point and make sure they didn't get busted tattooing on somebody else.
And the tattoos on your chest?
This I had earned. That's a hate crime. You know, I faced a death penalty for a year. That's lethal injection. I fought that. You know, and I took a rap for somebody else. You know, 20 years I took, really someone else was with me and did most of that on that cop. You know, they just threw me on the bus. You know, and pretty much fucking ratted me off at the same time. My own homeboy that I grew up with in elementary school, my so-called homeboy, which ain't shit.
Do you have any friends from that life?
No. I don't even call them, and I told them, don't bother me, don't come by me, don't call me.
How do you get out? How do you get out?
How do you get out of that? You just got to change everything you do. The people you talk to, you got to talk, you got to hang out and try to be friends with the races that you hate. That's the only way. You have to learn to get along with everything. You have to just turn all the 360. That's the only way.
Would you call yourself a racist in your past?
No, I'm not a racist. You know, I'm for my race still. I'm not against any race until they're racial with me. I don't call them out. I don't hate them. Never have. Yeah, I hate religious, organized religion like Jewish Orthodox. I can't stand them. You know? That's who we're against, them and the church and the government. That's what we're against. We're not against the blacks. That's nowhere we're not. That's them youngsters that do that and blast on a Jewish synagogue. I'm a white supremacist. We don't do that. We make the rules we enforce the 88. You can't follow the 88 precepts. If you get a tattoo, you just broke them all. If you don't have a job, you can't follow them. If you go to jail, a real skinhead family like Hammer Skins or something, they don't even get hired. They just drink. They don't even smoke weed or cigarettes. If you don't have a job, you can't preserve your race. You can't, if you hit your wife. So it's all a bunch of bullshit, you know? Every race is for the race. I'm still for my race. I'm still a white supremacist, always will be, but I don't hate no other race. I hate organized shit. Because the Jews are more racial than anybody, you know? They can't stand me. And to most of the blacks, I'm the blonde-haired, blue-eyed devil. I go over there to Venice and stand in front of them on purpose. I've been called worse by better, you know? I just laugh at stuff now, you know? Because inside I want to kill a lot of these people. I wanted to take that black dude's head off down there. Yeah, when they make comments like that, hey, white boy, let me get that phone. Hey, you know the dude down there you're going to go see? You want to get your money took like he got his took? I said, man, you ain't taking nothing here, bro, but God bless you. I said, you have to kill me because I ain't giving you nothing, no. And you better hope I'm dead. Yeah, the comments like that, that's what triggers me. Other than that, I get along with all races. I go to, I go to Crips, Grape Street Watts. I can go to Jordantown Projects to somebody's house. I got a key to it and eat with his family. In the Valley, we're a little different. We get along with all races. And that's why they don't like me, because I don't care. You don't tell me what to do. I done put in too much work. I tell them, unless you've done more than I have, then you can tell me something. Other than that, shut up. I told people, just stay away from me, man, with that negative bullshit. I'll just say, God bless you. And I don't even believe in God, but I say it anyway. Just, that shuts them up. I said, I'm out of here. I got to go get some money. I ain't got time to argue with you. I said, but I told the black dude, if you ever want to do something, we can fight, though. But other than that, get back. Go back in the tent. He was about, I should let my dog out. Go ahead. And I'll just get bit, you know? He's racial. See? Being a skinhead haunts me. I'm not with a lot of that. I'm not active anymore, but they know I'm a skinhead. A lot of them watch that stuff. I'm sure everybody in all these tents don't watch that thing. They know who I am. They all, because of the youngsters that blast on the wall and the KKK, so they think skinheads are the same way. I'm not a skinhead, I'm a white supremacist. There's a difference. They don't know that. I'm not causing problems for no one, man. Actually, them kids, if I catch a kid blasting that shit on the church, I'm gonna beat the hell out of them, you know? Because that's not what we do. We're supposed to preserve our race and take care of our families for our family, to keep whites with whites. I'm not with interracial marriage and all that shit, but you know, it is what it is, you know?
Why do you not approve of interracial relationships?
Well, I just don't. That's my personal opinion, you know?
Yeah, but what's behind that?
It's just something that's in me, you know? Now I'm learning to accept it, you know?
Were you taught that as a child?
Yeah, I'm learning to accept it, you know? That's just how this generation is. That's how it is. That's reality now.
How do you feel about blacks and whites having relationships now?
It is what it is, you know? Love is love. If they love each other, I'm for it. But, you know, I'm learning to deal with it, you know? Love is love, you know? I'm learning the color of the skin don't mean nothing to me no more. And I'm over it. It just got me a bunch of time and fucked my attitude up. That's what it did. That's not real. That came from the devil, you know? Pretty much. It's man-made bullshit. There's no supreme race, there's none of that. You're supposed to be for your race. Blacks are for their race. If you got Mexican mob, they're for their race. The Pisces are for their race. You're supposed to be, you know? I'm not racial against no one, bro. I think, you know, there's some things I don't accept. That's my personal belief and opinion. Right? Everybody's entitled to their opinion. I know some people won't like because I don't accept it, but hey, I'm learning to, you know?
Does your daughter have a boyfriend?
Yeah, they seem to love each other. He takes care of her, so that's all that I want, him to take care of her.
He's black or white?
He's black. He takes care of her. He says he loves her. I go by his word. I said, as long as he takes care of her, she don't have to do nothing, and he has a job. And she takes care of my granddaughter, and she has a part-time job. And she looks good. They got a nice house, and hey, that's all that matters to me, that he loves her and takes care of her and doesn't put his hands on her and don't call her out her name. Other than that, I'm cool. I'm learning to agree and accept that too, you know? I'm getting older, you know? You either get wiser or you stay dumb and ignorant, and now I know what life. That's what that attitude's gonna get anybody.
You're mellowing with age.
Huh?
You're mellowing as you age.
Yeah, I'm 53, you know? I'll be 54 March 7th, which is another couple of weeks. What, another week and a half, a week? Yeah, that's coming up. It's what, the 31st? First is tomorrow, ain't it?
Versus yesterday.
Huh? Yesterday? Well, I got like 5 more days, 6, yeah. I'll be 54, you know? I'm the only one that's done 3 interviews, huh?
There's been a few people that have done a few.
Yeah, you don't let very many of it.
Tell me about your dad.
I didn't know him.
Never knew him.
Yeah, he left my mom when she was pregnant, and I guess he was in Fort Bragg Air Force Base, Fort Bragg, California. I was born on an Air Force base. I've never known him. He died when I went to prison, so I don't know who he is. I know his name was Stephen Kemp, and that's all I know. Never met him. I didn't have a father. Every boyfriend my mom had beat on her, so I was my own father. I think I did a pretty good job. You know, I went to jail, but you know, a lot of people listened to me. You know, A lot of females come to me who's been raped, and I listen to them. I know how to talk to blacks in every race, because being in prison, I learned how to be political, and you got to know how to talk, And I get along with everybody. A lot of blacks like me, I'm not racial against blacks. But blacks had our back in the county in prison more than any other race. And I've been in one riot against them, and that's just had to happen, But shit, I hate most of my race. I can't stand them, I'm one of the people, I really don't like anybody, really, But I don't even like myself half the time, but, I'm learning to accept a lot of stuff and agree with it, and if I don't like it, hey, I'm saying you don't have nothing good to say, don't say nothing at all. Keep it to yourself, I just avoid that person and go around it. I got a job, Yeah, I was taught you're gonna mind somebody, so I gotta keep my mouth shut, and I'm gonna be told what to do, 'cause I'm not the boss. If I don't, then I'm gonna get fired.
If you had your life to live all over again, what would you have done differently?
I tried to
how far
be
did you go to
there
school?
when my daughter was born. I would try not to do drugs and maybe have a real job.
How far did you go to school?
I got a GED in high school and YA, but I had a couple of jobs when I got out. I worked at a fucking a restaurant a couple of times.
Yeah, but as a student in school, how far did you go?
Oh, just a GED and juvenile hall, that's it.
No, but and did you go to high school?
No. High school, GED's equivalent of high school.
Yeah, no, but
No, I didn't, no. I dropped out in junior high.
Yeah.
Yeah. I quit going to school when I was like 9 years old.
Really?
Yeah. I was at home. I had to cook for myself. My mom was too busy. I learned how to cook when I was like 7. Changed my brother and sister's diapers, all that. Clean the house. I walked into school and then went back home. Went into school, snuck out of school, and they called my mom, and she never came to any of the meetings when I was expelled or held after school, because I never went. They kicked me out of any school I went to. I got kicked out anyway. I used to throw stuff at the teachers and all that shit. Don't like to be told what to do.
What do you credit most for where your life took?
What do I credit the most?
Is it your parents or the environment you grew up in or your friends?
What?
Like, what would you blame for the...
I'm a product of my environment. The people that I allow myself to be around. What I've seen, product of my environment, I was a dumbass, and they sold me a dream, and I thought all that was loyalty and respect to your race. None of them got me a lawyer or none of that. They give you one package, that don't mean shit. It's about money. Loyalty don't mean shit. Nobody gives a fuck. You get gunned down, they don't give a fuck about you. Kids are killing their own moms, beating their moms up. Every race. It's rough. This day and age is super violent everywhere. That fentanyl's everywhere, and it's getting really violent. It's the end of the days, end times, You could tell. It's on the news. We're about to go into nuclear war pretty soon, it seems like. I'm just trying to get that job. I got 3 more weeks, I'll have a job, making $27 an hour starting.
Good for you.
Yeah, it's a union job, so it's hard to get fired.
Yeah.
But they drug test, so I'll be drug tested as long as I pass that.
Stay on the right
I
track.
have to quit drugs.
Stay on the right track.
I don't know. I've never been sober for 3 days of my life.
Really?
Not even in jail. I got high every day.
So you got a challenge ahead of you.
Huh?
You got a challenge ahead of you.
Yeah, I've been sober for 3 days now. I got to get food and some diapers and shit for my granddaughter.
All right. Let me help you with that.
Thank you.
Chris, Psycho?
Anything else?
No, that's good.
All right.
You're always interesting, man.
Yeah.
Good luck with the job.
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
Oh, yeah.